Good afternoon. What is the new covenant? What does that mean, the new covenant? How do we live under the new covenant? My name is Wendy. I'm with Dream Big Today, and this is my Noon Nugget. Today we're going to be looking at Romans. So we're looking at Romans today, and my question was about what's the new covenant and how do we live under the new covenant? So Paul says in chapter 9 of Romans, verse 30, what does all this mean? Even though the Gentiles were not trying to follow God's standards, they were made right with God. And it was by faith that this took place. But the people of Israel, who tried so hard to get right with God by keeping the law, never succeeded. Why not? Because they were trying to get right with God for my good. So we have the Old Testament versus the New. Has intended. Are you striving for something in your religion? Are you striving for something in your religion aside from just a relationship with God? Because our faith that makes us right with God. How then, or why is it important to keep His commandments? I keep getting notifications that I'm offline, so I just want to check really quick and make sure it's still recording. I apologize. I usually don't have these kinds of problems. When Jesus said, if you love me, keep my commandments, and James says faith without works is dead, it goes hand in hand still with what Paul is saying. See, Paul's trying to show us that it's not about the law power. Now we can serve God, not in the old ways of obeying the letter of the law, but in the new ways of living in the Spirit. Are we living in the Spirit? Or are we following the doctrines that we've been told to follow? Are we letting the Holy Spirit be our guide? Or are we letting all of the laws and rules be our guide? Because it's the Holy Spirit that should be our guide. We should do as it says in 2 Chronicles today. They entered into covenant to seek the Lord with all their hearts and soul. All were happy about this covenant.